Tonight, let us step back in time, far away from the noise of our modern lives. Imagine yourself wandering into a medieval world, a world of shadows and torchlight, a world where every sound is carried by stone and silence, a world where the night moves slowly, as if time itself breathes with deeper rhythm. This is a time when stone walls rise proudly above the hills, their surfaces worn smooth by centuries of wind and rain. Ivy clings to them like dark ribbons, and narrow windows look out like unblinking eyes. Torches flicker against ancient stone, their flames bending in the cool night air. The smoke carries upward, vanishing into the growing dusk, and the silence of the night is broken only by the watchman's call. Steady, distant, a voice that reminds all within the walls that they are safe. We are going to spend a night in a medieval castle, slowly, calmly, as if you were truly there, walking its passages, hearing its echoes, feeling the cool night air upon your skin. So, let us begin. The sun has just set beyond the horizon. The sky glows with fading streaks of amber, orange, and violet. Each moment, the colors soften, until the last hint of gold vanishes into purple dusk. Ahead, the castle looms tall and silent. Its towers rise like ancient guardians against the darkening sky. The stone is rough to the touch, cold from centuries of wind and rain. From a distance, the castle seems alive, its windows glinting with torchlight, its banners shifting gently in the evening breeze. You approach across the drawbridge. The wooden planks creak under your steps. Beneath you, the dark water of the moat ripples softly, catching glimmers of torchlight. The great wooden gates are ahead, thick, iron-bound, heavy. As they creak open, the sound echoes deep into the courtyard beyond. You step inside. The world of fields and villages lies behind you. Within these walls, another rhythm governs life. Quieter, slower, yet never truly still. The courtyard is wide. Stone walls surround you on every side. The air carries the scent of hay from the stables, of earth dampened by the evening dew, and faint wood smoke drifting from the kitchens. A well glimmers in the center, reflecting the pale sky. Horses shift in their stalls, snorting softly. A cart stands abandoned beside the wall. The last murmurs of voices fade as the castle slowly prepares for night. You are led through heavy oak doors, their iron hinges groaning with age. And suddenly, the great hall stretches before you. This is the beating heart of the castle. A vast room filled with echoes of laughter, of feasting, of music long past. Tonight, however, it is quiet. Long wooden tables run the length of the room. Upon them, the remains of supper still linger. Wooden cups, half filled with ale, trenchers of coarse bread, bones stripped of their meat. High above, the ceiling disappears into shadow. Timbers arch like the ribs of a great wooden ship. The air smells faintly of smoke and beeswax from the candles. Tapestries line the walls. Scenes of hunts, of battles, of noble crests, their colours muted by centuries but still proud. The woven figures seem to move gently in the candlelight, as though alive. At the far end, near the great hearth, the lord and lady of the castle sit together. The fire crackles warmly, flames licking against blackened stone. At their feet, a hound sleeps, chest rising and falling slowly. The lord speaks in a quiet voice, his words low, steady, like a river. The lady listens, her hands folded gracefully in her lap. Their world is calm. Servants move softly, carrying away platters, extinguishing candles one by one. The hall grows darker, quieter. Only the hearth fire continues to glow. You pause here. You listen to the crackle of the flames. You watch the shadows dance across the stone walls. You let the stillness of the great hall settle around you. The great hall fades behind you, its heavy doors closing with a deep and final thud. You step once again into the open air. The night has deepened. The sky is darker now, a vast canvas of midnight blue pierced with scattered stars. The courtyard is quiet. You hear the soft rustle of wind against banners, the gentle clink of chains where the drawbridge has been secured. In the stillness, even the smallest sound carries. The flap of a bat's wings, the drip of water falling into the well, the distant bark of a dog beyond the walls. You walk slowly across the flagstones. They are uneven beneath your feet, smoothed by centuries of footsteps. Here and there, patches of moss grow in the cracks, cool and damp to the touch. Along the walls, torches flicker. The flames dance in the breeze, casting long, trembling shadows across the stone. The scent of burning pitch and wood drifts gently toward you. Each torch is like a heartbeat, steady, warm, reassuring. Ahead, the stables rest in silence. A horse shifts inside, hooves thudding softly against wood. Another exhales, a long, warm breath clouding the night air. The faint scent of hay and leather mixes with the earthy smell of the courtyard. It is simple, comforting, grounded in the rhythm of daily life. You pause near the well. Looking down, you see the faint shimmer of water, catching a star's reflection. A perfect stillness lies beneath the surface. If you listen closely, you hear it. A soft echo, a drop of water falling from the stone above, rippling out into silence. The courtyard feels timeless. A place caught between the duties of the day and the deep rest of the night. You breathe deeply. The air is cool, gentle, steady, and you continue onward. You notice a smaller doorway, set deep into the wall. Its arch is narrow, its stone worn smooth by countless hands. You push it gently and step into the chapel. The air changes instantly. Cooler, still, thicker with silence. The scent of old stone and melted wax lingers in the air. Rows of wooden benches stretch ahead, their surfaces darkened and polished by centuries of prayer. The wood creaks softly beneath your step, as if greeting yet another soul in a long, unbroken line of visitors. At the far end, the altar glows faintly. Candles burn in iron holders, their flames steady, their light soft and golden. Each flame bends slightly, flickering with the smallest stir of air. Shadows stretch upward, touching the vaulted ceiling, as if even the darkness itself leans in to listen. You sit quietly on one of the benches. The silence here is not empty. It is alive, filled with the faint crackle of candle wicks, the distant rustle of a tapestry shifting against the wall, the echo of your own breath. Above the altar, a window of colored glass glimmers faintly in the starlight. By day, it would blaze with reds, blues, and golds, telling stories of saints and angels. But at night, it is subdued. A pale, almost ghostly shimmer that feels more like a dream than a picture. You bow your head for a moment, not in ritual, not in duty, but simply in stillness, in gratitude for silence itself. The chapel seems to breathe with you, stone and wood, shadow and flame, all resting together in quiet harmony. You linger, letting the peace of this space settle deep within you. Then, slowly, gently, you rise again and step back toward the courtyard. From the chapel's hush, you return once more to the open night. The courtyard is darker now. Most of the torches have burned low, their flames smaller, softer, swaying in the breeze. Along the far wall, a spiral staircase waits. It winds upward inside a narrow tower, its stone steps worn hollow by centuries of feet. You place your hand upon the wall as you climb. The stone is cool, slightly rough beneath your fingers, holding the chill of night. The staircase is dim, lit only by narrow slits of moonlight. Each step echoes faintly, a hollow rhythm that spirals upward with you. At last, you emerge onto the tower's walkway. The night opens wide around you, a vast expanse of sky and shadow. The wind brushes past, carrying the scent of pine forests beyond the walls, and the faint tang of smoke from distant hearths. From here, the castle seems alive beneath you. Courtyards dotted with dim torches, roof lines jagged against the stars, a hush that blankets every stone, and beyond the walls, dark fields stretching endlessly, a patchwork of silence under the moon. You lean upon the parapet. The stone is cold and solid. From here, you hear the faint call of the watchman. His voice carries steadily through the night, a reminder that even in darkness, the castle is watched, protected, guarded. Above, the stars shimmer like distant fires. One, brighter than the rest, seems to watch over you, anchoring you in the vast, quiet sky. The world feels infinite, and yet safe. You breathe deeply and descend once more into the heart of the castle. The tower's spiral stair brings you down into a quieter wing of the castle. Here, the night deepens. Candles are few. The corridors are shadowed, their air heavy with stillness. You pass by the servants' quarters. Through open doors, you glimpse straw mattresses lined neatly along the walls. Simple blankets rise and fall with slow breathing. The soft murmur of dreams fills the air. Further along, a heavier door leads into the chamber of the Lord and Lady. Inside, a great bed rests against the wall, its canopy draped in thick fabric, woven with patterns of vines and leaves. Beside it, a single candle flickers faintly, casting warm circles of light upon the embroidered cloth. The air here smells faintly of lavender, woven into sachets to ward off insects, and of clean linen stored carefully in wooden chests. You walk onward. The castle grows even quieter. You find yourself in a long hall, lined with doors that open into small chambers. Inside, each one lies a bed of wood or rope, covered with blankets, pillows stuffed with straw or feathers. Here, too, the gentle rhythm of sleep carries through the silence. The floor creaks lightly under your step. You pause, not wanting to disturb the rest of those who slumber. The stillness is almost sacred. You breathe it in and slowly turn toward the warmth of the kitchens. The kitchen lies low and wide, its ceiling darkened by centuries of smoke. By day, it is alive with fire, with voices, with the clang of pots and the scent of herbs. But now, it rests. The hearth is still warm. Ash glows faintly at the center, a memory of flame. On wooden tables, loaves of bread lie cooling, their crusts cracked and golden. Pots hang neatly along the wall, their iron surfaces catching faint glimmers of light. The air is rich with the comfort of food, the sweetness of baked grain, the spice of dried herbs, the faint salt of cured meats. It is a room that speaks of care, of sustenance, of home. You linger here, warming your hands near the hearth, listening to the gentle hush of silence. Then slowly, you turn once more toward the great hall, where the fire still glows. The castle is quiet now, every chamber filled with rest, every corridor softened by shadow. You return to the great hall. The fire burns low, embers glowing like stars against black stone. The hound at the hearth sighs softly in his sleep. The lord and lady's voices have faded. All is calm. You sit for a while, letting the warmth of the embers settle into you. The castle seems to breathe slowly, its stones heavy with centuries, its air filled with peace. Outside, the night deepens. But within these walls, all is safe. All is still. All is timeless. And so the night drifts onward, quiet, gentle, enduring. When you close your eyes, you carry with you the hush of stone halls, the glow of candlelight, the calm of a world long past. The castle rests, and so do you. Good night.